And the Faith and Freedom Coalition holds its annual Road to Majority Conference in Washington, D.C., with presidential hopefuls rallying their conservative base. One America's Matt Schuck caught up with the former Texas Governor Rick Perry and has this report.
The country's in mourning after the tragedy we saw in Charleston, South Carolina. The response from both Hillary Clinton and President Obama was a call for increased gun control legislation. What are your thoughts about their response?
Well, obviously, you know, all of us are greatly concerned about what we witnessed there. I mean, this is a clear, deliberate hate crime, and you know, I think a lot of questions should be asked, and but going into it with our eyes wide open, that again, this is a deliberate hate crime that's been committed.
Typically, there's a group of Americans that never show up for midterm elections but show up for presidential elections, usually referred to as low-information voters. How are you going to capture their attention?
Well, I hope we give a very positive and optimistic view about the future of this country. I think the reason a lot of people don't go vote is that they've kind of lost faith. They don't have any hope. And we need to give them hope again that not only are the best days in front of us as a country, but that economically there is someone who's got a record that is unquestionable, unsurpassed in this country, and the 12th largest economy in the world, which is Texas, over the last 14 years. From 07 through 14, we created 1.5 million jobs. I think everyone in this country can agree, regardless of what your politics are, that we want to create an economy where people have better jobs, better wages, and we know how to do that. They want to live in a safe community. Therefore, they would like to see our border secure so that it's not porous, that people can't come into this country and do criminal acts against our citizens. So that's I think, a vision for this country that can excite and get people going to the polls and really to believe and have faith in the leadership of this country again.
Historically speaking, during presidential elections, usually former presidents stay out of the limelight. We've seen in 2012, Bill Clinton was endorsing Barack Obama and making statements all over the place. Right now, he's also more in the media than even Hillary is. Is the next Republican nominee going to have to take on two Clintons?
Well, I think it's yet to be seen who's going to be the nominee for the Democrats. My focus is on sharing a very positive view of this country, laying out a vision, both economic and foreign policy and from the standpoint of national security, that people can gather around, can find great hope for the future of this country. So I'm not focused on the general election at this particular point in time, partly because we don't know who the players are going to be. But I do know what a powerful, positive message for this country can be and should be, and that's where I'm going to stay focused.
I want to touch on foreign policy, as you just mentioned. With the growing threat of ISIS, what would a President Perry do to reposition America to a safer place?
Obviously, a coalition of the Middle Eastern states, those Gulf states in particular, whether it's Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Egypt, Turkey, and Israel, working together, obviously with the United States as a partner in that as well, to increase the intelligence capability, and then to eliminate ISIS in that region of the world. And we can do that. It's going to take boots on the ground. It's going to take both those Arab states, their engagement, as well as United States troops on the ground, but to identify ISIS, and then you can use the multitude of weaponry that we have to eliminate them. But I think you must have a coalition to eliminate ISIS in the Middle East.